What's going on, everybody? And today I'm back with a brand new Euro 2020 fantasy football video. And in this video I'll be predicting every lineup in Euro 2020 for every team. Now this is an updated version. I have already done a predicted lineups, but that was probably 2 weeks ago now. So these are definitely more accurate. And let's get straight into it. So if you haven't, please give me a subscribe, like this video. Now let's get straight into the first team. And up first is Austria. So Austria are expected to line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Bachmann in goal, Ulmer left back, Dragovic and Hintrug are two centre backs, Lehner right back. Baumgartlinger and Leimar defensive midfielders. You have Alaba on the left, Sabitzer Cam, Baumgartner on the right, and up top on his own is Arnautovic. So let's move into the second team, and it's Belgium. So they're expected to line up in a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 formation. But here it is, 3-4-3. In goals, Courtois. The three centre backs, Vertonghen, Denier, Alderweireld. On the left is Hazard. You have Tielemans and Dendoncker, two centre mids, and Meunier on the right. Left wing, Carrasco. Striker, Lukaku, and right wing, Mertens. Of course, De Bruyne is missing from here, and Hazard. But the main reason for this is because De Bruyne is out with an injury and he's expected to miss the first game, and Hazard is still not 100% fit to start. So that's the reason why Carrasco and Mertens are going to take their place. So let's move into the next team, and it's Croatia, and they're expected to line up in a 4-3-3 formation. Levakovic in goals, Barisic left back, Vida and Kaletakar two centre backs, Velasco right back. The three across midfield, Modric, Kovacic and Brozovic. Left wing, Perisic, striker Palisic, and right wing, Vlasic. Now let's move into the next team, and it's Czech Republic, and they're expected to line up at a 4-2-3-1 formation with Vaklik in goal, Borrell left back, Saloska and Brabic two centre backs, Kufal for West Ham right back. Souček also for West Ham defensive midfielder with Kral. You've Janko on the left, Darida playing attacking midfielder, Mazopust on the right, and Škik up front on his own. Now the next team we have up is Denmark, and they're expected to play in a 4-2-3-1 formation also, with Schmeichel in goals, Malhaya left back, Christensen and Kajer two centre backs, and Was right back. Højbjerg and Delaney two defensive midfielders. On the left is Braithwaite, Eriksson attacking midfielder, Poulsen on the right, and up front it's either Dahlberg or Wind. It's unpredictable here, so none of them are nailed. It's going to be one of them. Now, the England team, which is very hard to predict. So, I've gone with Pickford in goals, Shaw left back, Maguire and Stones the two centre backs, and Walker right back. Three midfield, Phillips, Rice and Mount. Left wing, Grealish, striker Kane, and right wing, Foden. Now, some people are saying Sterling will start on the left wing instead of Grealish, and Sancho could start on the right wing instead of Foden, and Henderson could start in midfield, but this is just my prediction. So that's the England team. Up next is Finland. They're expected to start in a 4-4-2 formation with Hydraki in goal, only for 4 million. He's the highest owned goalkeeper. Jornin left back, Arajuri centre back with Taivio, and Ratala right back. The four midfield, Taylor, Kamara, Sparf and Lod. The two strikers, Pukki and Pojampalo. Up next is France, and they're expected to play in a 4-3-1-2 formation with Lloris in goals, Hernandez, Kimpembe, Varane and Pavard. Rabiot, Kante and Pogba, attacking midfielder Griezmann, and the two strikers Mbappe and Benzema. Now keep an eye out for Benzema here, because he did go off with a knock last night in France's friendly game, so just keep an eye out here. Next team up is Germany, and they're expected to play in a 3-5-2 formation with Neuer in goals, Rudiger, Hummels and Sulla, the three centre backs. On the left, Gosens, Gundogan, Kroos and Kimmich covering the centre, and on the right, Sané, and the two strikers Muller and Gnabry. Hungary, next team, Galaski in goals, the three centre backs, Szali, Orban and Lang. The five across midfield, Hollander, Nagy, Seger, Klaus Heiler, Lovrenix, and the two strikers Szali and Sali. Now the Italians, they're expected to play in a 4-3-3 formation with Donnarumma in goals, Spinazzola, Bonucci, Chiellini and Florenzi covering the defence, the three midfield, Verratti, Jorginho and Barella, and the three forwards, Insigne on the left, Immobile through the centre and Berardi on the right. The next team is Netherlands, and they're expected to play with 5 at the back, 3 midfield and 2 up front. Now the goalie here is difficult. It's between Krul and Stecklenburg. A lot of Dutch fans are saying Stecklenburg, so if you can comment in the comment section below who you think will be the Dutch goalkeeper. So their 5 defenders are expected to be Wijnal on the left, Blind, De Ligt, De Vrij and Dumfries on the right. Now Wijnal and Dumfries will be very attacking, so they'll be left wing backs and right wing backs. The 3 midfield, Wijnaldum, De Jong and De Roon, and the 2 strikers, Depay and Weghorst. Next up is North Macedonia, and they're expected to play in a 3-4-1-2 formation with Demirovski in goals, Musliu, Vevlasky and Buchalai. 4 in midfield, Alioski, Ademi, Bardi and Ristoviski. Attacking midfielder, Elmas, striker, Pandev and Trzaskowski. Up next is Poland, and they're expected to play in a 4-1-4-1 formation with Szczesny in goals, Rybus, Bernarek, Glick and Beresny. Now Bernarek did pull up with an injury in training also, but he's expected to be fit. Just keep an eye out here for him as well. Defensive midfielder, Kraswiak. 4 midfield, Kozwiak, Zielinski, Klich and Chizmansky, and up front on his own of course Lewandowski. Now we move on to Portugal, and they're expected to play in a 4-3-3 formation with Patricio in goals, Guerreiro left back, Pepe and Diaz the 2 centre backs and Cancelo right back. The 3 in midfield, Fernandes, Pereiro and Coutinho, and the 3 forwards, Jota, Ronaldo and Bernardo Silva. Next up is Russia, and they're expected to play in a 4-2-3-1 formation with Shunin in goals, Zhirkov left back, Jazikia and Semenov 2 centre backs, Kozyaev right back. The 2 defensive midfielders, Zabnin and Ozdayev. The 3 more attacking midfielders, Golovin, Kozyaev and Moranchuk, and up front, Dzuba. Scotland are expected to play in a 3-5-2 formation with Marshall in goals, Tierney, Hanley and Hindley, 3 centre backs, Robertson on the left, McGinn, McTominay and McGregor, and on the right is O'Donnell, the 2 strikers, Adams and Christie. Now Slovakia, they're expected to play in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Dobranka in goals, Hobakan left back, Satka and Skriniar, 2 centre backs, and Perik right back. Kuka and Hamsik, the 2 defensive midfielders, Mac, Duda and Koslik, the more attacking midfielders, and up front on his own is Duras. Now we have Spain, they're expected to play in a 4-3-3 formation with Simon in goals, Alba left back, Torres and Laporte the 2 centre backs, Laurenti right back, the 3 midfield, Thiago, Rodri and Koch, and the 3 forwards, Orazabal, Morata and Torres. Now we move on to Sweden, they're expected to play in a 4-4-2 formation. Olsen in goals, Augustusson, Hollander, Lindelof and Lustig. 4 midfield, Fosberg, Ekdal, Olsen and Larsson, and the 2 strikers, Koloviski and Isaac. Now we move on to Switzerland. They're expected to play in a 3-4-3 formation with Sommer in goals, Akanji, Scar and Elvedi. The 4 midfield, Rodriguez, Freuler, Xhaka and Mbambu, and the 3 forwards, Shaqiri on the left, Sefrakok in the centre and Embolo on the right. Now we move on to Turkey. They're expected to play in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Kakir in goals, Miras left back, Söyüncü and Demiral the 2 centre backs with Selic right back, Tufan and Zokosuru the 2 defensive midfielders, Karaman, Kalango and Yaziki, and up front on his own is Yilmaz. Now we have Ukraine, and they're expected to play in a 4-3-3 formation. And in goals, Bushkan, left back, Mykolenko, Matvienko, Zabernari and Karavayev. The 3 midfield, Malevaninsky, Stepakinko and Zinchenko, and the 3 forwards, Zubkov, Yarmochuk and Yarmolenko. And our last team is Wales, and they're expected to play in a 3-4-1-2 formation with Ward in goals, Davies, Rodon and Methven the 3 centre backs, Williams on the left, Ramsey, Joe Allen and Roberts on the right, attacking midfielder Wilson, the 2 strikers James and Bale. So there you go guys, that is my updated predicted lineups for Euro 2020. I hope this will be a great help to you for Euro 2020 fantasy football. If you like this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back with more Euro 2020 fantasy football content.